Hello everyone, my name is Oscar. I'm the teacher of ICT or Information and Communication Technology in Senior 4 classes. My channel helps people to increase their ICT knowledge and skills. Subscribe, like, share and comment to get more new videos. Let's go right now. Unit number 1 is computer maintenance. Lesson number 1, computer hardware. Definition. Hardware refers to any physical or tangible parts of computer. This means that hardware are the physical components that we can see and touch on them. Examples: we have monitor, a computer monitor is hardware because we can see a monitor and touch on it. We have a keyboard. A keyboard also is a computer hardware because it is visible and can be touched on. We have mouse, we have computer case, we have speakers, we have central processing unit, we have random access memories, etc. So on this figure, we have many examples of computer hardware. For example, we have a monitor, which is this device which is shown on this figure. We have speakers, which are the following two devices on this figure. We have a keyboard, which is this hardware on this figure. We have a mouse, and this one is a mouse. We have a computer case, which is this component or hardware which is used to accommodate the internal computer components. We have another computer hardware which is called the UPC, or uninterruptible power supply, which is used to store and control electricity. We have some internal components like main board or a motherboard. It's a computer hardware where internal components of computer are all attached on. We have another hardware which is called a CPU, or a central processing unit. This one is considered as the brain of computer. We have this device which is called HDD, or just hard disk drive. We have some memories. This one is called a random access memory. We have another device here which is called a DVD drive. It means that it is a hardware component where we put a CD or a DVD to be played by a computer. Here we have another device which is called a sound card, or just an expansion card. It's a card that we insert inside the computer case and add some functionalities. This one helps the computer to emit the sound. So we have another device here which is called a power supply. Remember that the computers use electricity. So when a computer is directly connected to the power outlet, for example, desktop computers have this device. This device converts AC current from the power source into direct current and distribute it among other components of motherboard or of computer which need electricity to operate. Types of computer hardware. The computer hardware are classified into internal and external parts. Let's start by internal computer components or internal computer parts. Internal computer parts are the computer components which are inside the system unit. Examples: we have hard drives, we have motherboard, we have power supply, etc. External computer components are called also peripheral devices. This means that these are other computer devices which must be connected to the computer system through the computer ports, to exchange data from one component to another one, or from one peripheral to the computer itself. We have input devices, we have storage devices, and we have output devices. We are going to describe each category of a computer peripheral device. So here we have some peripheral devices or some computer parts which are connected to the computer system through various types of ports which are available on a computer. So this is a computer case or just a system unit which is really a computer. This one houses the central processing unit and the other internal components which contribute in data processing. And here we have a monitor containing also a screen. It means that this monitor will be connected to the system unit. In this case, a monitor is called an external or a peripheral device. Apart from a monitor, we have another device here, device containing a series of keys to do different actions. This one is called a keyboard, and this device is used by the computer users when they want to type or to send the letters, symbols, or the numbers inside the system unit for processing. This one also is a peripheral device. We have a mouse which must be also connected to the system unit through USB or PS2 mouse port. We have the speakers. This is an external device which is used to provide the sound outside. This is a speaker, and here we have also another speaker. We have a microphone, which is an external device used by a computer user to enter his or her sound into a computer. Here we have also other storage devices which are externally connected to computer through these USB ports. This is a USB port, and this one also is a USB port. So this one, you know, it is referred to a flash disk. This one is used to store some files and take them from one part to another one. And these are the adapters, memory card adapters, which are also used to connect a memory card to a computer. So there are so many external computer components that we will discuss about later. Apart from output, the computer peripherals are classified into two main categories, which are input devices and output devices. What is really the difference between input and output devices? As their names suggest, input means input. We have here in, prefix in, which means inside. So input device means any computer device which is used to send data inside a computer. Whenever output devices refer to any computer device which is used to display or to provide information to the user or output data. So we can summarize the difference by using the following table. So input devices are controlled by the user, whenever output devices are controlled by the computer. Input devices translate user-friendly inputs to machine understandable inputs. This is because the computer users are the people, so they use human language. So the computers do not understand human language, but instead they understand machine language or binary language. It means that everything we type through the keyboard must be converted into the series of zeros and ones, or the bits. So this is the task of input devices. So output devices translate machine-friendly outputs to user-understandable outputs. So after using input device to enter data inside the computer, data has been converted into binary language so that the computer understands what is it. After processing, machine language must be also converted into human language. This is the task or the job which is done by output devices. So here you have examples like a mouse, it is an input device, keyboard, mic or microphone, joystick which is used to play the games, scanner which is used to transform hard copy into soft copy, etc. Whenever for the output devices we have examples like monitor, printer, speakers, headphones, projectors, plotters, and so on. There is a big difference between a projector and a plotter. This plotter is used to print or just to transform soft information into hard information, into hard copy information. Input devices, we have discussed about them. So these are other examples of input devices. We have mouse, keyboard, scanner, microphone, light pen, joystick, trackball, barcode scanner, and so on. We have also other examples of output devices. We have LCD monitor, or just liquid crystal display. This one is used to display the videos to the user. We have speakers to emit the sound. We have headphones or headsets. We have plotters, which are used to print. We have projectors, and we have also a printer. Elements of a computer system unit and their roles. The first element is a power supply. A power supply unit is the one which is directly connected to the power outlet through the power cable. The power supply unit converts AC current or alternating current from the power outlet to the direct current required by internal computer components. So the internal computer components, some of internal computer components need DC or direct current to operate or to perform their operation. Power supply is a device which is found to the desktop computers. So this one has to convert AC current into DC currents. This is the main task of power supply, and then after distributes DC current to other internal components of a computer. This is the figure. This figure shows a power supply. There is also a motherboard, which is one of printed circuits boards or PCB, which is considered as the heart of computer because other internal components are attached on it and communicate through it. So here we have a motherboard, and we have some parts which are found on a motherboard. For example, this part shows the place where the central processing unit is inserted. So it is called a CPU socket, means a place on a motherboard where CPU or a processor is inserted. Here we have other places which are called RAM slots. Remember that every computer has a working memory, means a memory which stores the running programs. So we have RAM slots here, means the place on a motherboard where we insert computer RAM or random access memories. So here there is another place where the CMOS battery is inserted. The CMOS battery is a battery which powers the BIOS. And here we have some expansion cards, means the cards or the computer hardware which are inserted inside a computer to increase or to add additional functions to the system unity. Example, we have sound card, we have network interface card, we have video card, we have, and so on. Now, as we have said, a motherboard is like a heart of computer because all other components, internal components, are attached and communicated through a motherboard. Let us see some motherboard elements. An example, we have a central processing unit. The central processing unit is a computer internal hardware which is like a brain of computer. So this one is used to process input data into information. So this figure shows the two cores of a central processing unit. So every central processing unit has three main parts, which are the following. We have arithmetic and logic unit. We have the control unit and the registers. Let us discuss the role of each CPU component. Let's start by arithmetic and logic unit. So this is the part of CPU which is used to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, division, and so on, and the logic operations like OR, and not operations, because a computer is a tool which is used to make decisions by comparing inputs data. The second part is called a control unit. A control unit is a part of CPU which controls operation of hardware and software. We have registers, which are the special types of memories which are found within a CPU, and the registers are temporary storage locations located inside the processor. We call them temporal storage because they store information within a short time. And we have some types of registers like instruction register, we have accumulator register, we have address register, we have also storage register. Another component is hard disk, or just a hard disk drive, HDD. This component is a permanent storage device. The computer uses a hard disk to store information for long time. It is called a non-volatile computer storage because information is permanently stored on it, and even if the computer is switched off, it cannot lose information which is stored on a hard disk. So this is the figure of a hard disk. We will discuss about the components of hard disk in the following lessons. Another component is called a video card. We have talked about expansion cards or adapters, meaning the computer components or computer hardware which are inserted within a computer system to increase or to add additional functionalities. So this one is called a video card. And a video or a graphic card is a component that is connected to the motherboard of computer system and generates the quality of image on output devices such as screen. So, as we have said, the computer screen or computer monitors are used to display videos or images. A computer without a video card cannot perform the following job. So this is the image or a picture of a video card. We have random access memory, which is a working memory each computer uses to store information for a short time. So a random access memory or a RAM is a non-permanent computer memory. It is a volatile memory. It is just RAM is a temporary or a volatile storage because its content disappears when the computer is switched off. So that is the reason why when you are using a desktop computer, because desktop computers do not have the batteries, you have to think about that at any time the electricity should go off or your computer should be accidentally disconnected from the power outlet. That is the reason why it is a good habit to save each modification while you are using a desktop computer. This is because RAM is a volatile memory. It means that its content is lost when the computer is switched off. So this is this picture shows a random access memory. Another motherboard component is ROM, which means read-only memory. This is different from RAM because this one is a non-volatile memory. It means that it is a permanent memory, but this one is used to store information about the manufacturer. So data stored in ROM may only be read and cannot be electronically modified after the manufacturer of the memory device. Means that ROM store information about the manufacturer which produced or which manufactured the computers or this ROM. So this is a ROM chip or a read-only memory. You cannot change the content of a ROM. You read only what was stored during manufacturing time. We have also an expansion slot. So this is a place on a motherboard where we can insert one of expansion cards. So it is a place, it is a slot, it is a connection on the motherboard to which an expansion card can be plugged in order to expand the functionalities of a computer. So we have expansion slots. The place is on the motherboard where we can insert expansion cards. We have also other components like data buses, and the buses are used to transport data from one computer component to another one. So data buses are used to transfer data instruction between components inside the computer. So we have some examples of data buses. These are internal components which are used to transfer or to transport data from one internal component to another one. We have also complementary metal oxide semiconductor battery, which is abbreviated into CMOS battery. So this is a battery which powers the BIOS. Is the term usually used to describe the small amount of memory on a computer motherboard that stores the BIOS settings. So thank you for watching my video, but don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment to get more new videos every time I upload them. Thank you very much.